So object collaboration. In the object collaboration diagrams, emphasizes the structural organization of the objects that send and receive the messages. So we send the message and we receive the messages. The messages may be the synchronous messages, its return value, and then it will keep the values to the procedures also. So the procedures are there, and we can see now the actor is there, where the customer will go to the login, and then we are seeing the last slides also, the last recording also, the last video also. So this is actually the sub numbers which are there, 3.12. This shows the sub values and sub procedures for that, and the login and then customer database and then authentications are the key classes which they are doing the interactions with them with the structural organization objects, and they are receiving and sending the message to each class. So link is there between the objects. Visibility is shown by this parameter. Parameter is nothing but the visibility. This visibility is there, the create and then parameters. These are the self. These are the visibility which are being there. So we can see that how much authentications they wanted, what authentications they wanted, and then the parameter will be sent from one class to the another class, and this is the object, and then there is a link between the one object to the another object. We can see it already. This is called as the association between the one object to the another object also. So we have got the exercises. What is the difference between the sequence and the collaboration diagram? What is the purpose of the state chart diagram? Build a sequence diagram for the task of money withdrawal from ATM. Consider the interaction between the client, ATM and credit card. Implementation on view of the system. The goal of the implementation workflow is to flesh out the design architecture and system as a whole. Implementation model describes how elements in the design model, such as the design classes, are implemented in terms of the components such as the source code files, executable files, and so on. The implementation model also describes how the components are organized according to the structuring and modernization mechanism available in the implementation environment. So we'll see the implementation model. So this is a component diagram, which is implementation model, where we can see now there is a library, a component, executive component, source component, and other components are there. That is in the form of the library, in the form of the executive file. This component diagram illustrates the organization also and dependencies between the software components. The software components may be any tool, maybe any node, or maybe any executive component, and then they are interacting with each other now. Now we already developed this .java, .jar library files are there already. Executive files are there. There is the classes are there. Executive files .exe file is also there. MySQL exe files and customers, these are the table, is also the one of the components which are available in our system. So all these components are connected with each other now. You can see now there is a dependencies which are being there between the components. The customer database is has to do the compilations with the class, and then the library has to be compiled with the customer database classes also. The classes has to include the jar files, and then customer database also dependent upon the documents which has been put by the programmer, and then customer database also depends upon the MySQL SQL, because it has to withdraw the databases from that with the help of the MySQL. And then we have got the tables, and then we have got the Java file where it has to do the whole operations of how to withdraw the customer's requirement from the shop. That is, use relationship between the two components will be the use is the relationship between the two components. Use is the relation between the two components. This is very important. Deployment diagram. So deployment diagram shows the configuration of runtime processing elements. What we have seen it in the last is component diagram, which is a setup that has been created by the software developer to do the implementation, and then this is called as deployment, where we actually do the implementation. That is called the realization of your package. So this is a eShop, complete eShop. So eShop has got now the components which are being shown already in the component diagrams, and it has been put into the one package, that is eShop. That is the one. Database server is there, which is another package where MySQL and customer will be there. Another that is the table, customers table is there also. So both these deployment table, executable, complete connected components are interacting with each other, and then they are producing the runtime processing elements.